everybody out there. It is Mixed Media Girl. And I've also got Johnny here as well. Say hello, Johnny.
Hi, guys.
Well, clearly it's not Mixed Media Girl. It is actually Lee from Masse Art Studios. And it's also Jeremy from Masse Art Studios. Say hello, Jeremy.
Hello.
Hello, everyone out there. So, Mixed Media Girl is currently traveling the world doing her business. She is being a mogul, being an entrepreneur, being a rock star, acrylic pouring fluid artiste, and very kindly asked us to step in and do her Wednesday night live for her. So you're actually coming live from Plano, Texas, of all places, from the garage that is Masse Art Studios. Jeremy, if you want to say hello again.
Hi, guys.
Hello, there he is, the cute Louisiana boy. And this is Lee, and I'm actually going to pour for you. So, if a couple of announcements, guys. Jeremy is on the chat, so if there's any questions that you've got, just fire them out to us and we'll be happy to answer them as we go along the pour. Please, if you haven't already, go and download Marcy's new album. It's absolutely amazing. I've heard some of it live and it's pretty gosh darn fantastic. So please go and check out Marcy's album, which I know there'll be links in this live stream as soon as we're done, and they're all over her channel too. Well done, Marcy. You are literally a superstar, so well done for that. And if you haven't already and you would like to, please go check us out, Masse Art Studio. The links will be in the description box as soon as this live is finished as well. So thank you guys for being here and allowing us to pour. This is really, really fun for us to kind of guest star on Marcy's channel. So what are we going to do? Well, as you can see this wonderful rainbow of colours in front of me, I'm going to take this opportunity to do a pride coloured flag pour, and I'm going to do a marble a la B.R. Turner art. So if any of you have been watching, all of the artists on all of the acrylic pouring channels have all been using marbles like we used to do when we were kids at school. And I'm going to puddle pour on this canvas, and then I'm going to use these marbles to wreck the puddles. So I've got two different types. I've got a glass marble, which is slightly bigger than my metal marble. So I'm going to see which one is better for this composition. Let me talk you through the colours that Jeremy and I are both using. So the show pony has exactly the same colours as me. So this one here is the wonderful pie roll red. I'm not exactly sure which way around you guys are going to see that. Like that. So thank you. So that's pie roll red. I keep forgetting you're watching it on the laptop, Jeremy. Pie roll red by Liquitex Basics. Then we've got Amsterdam, and this is Napful Red Light, which is this wonderful colour right here. This one is the Master's Touch acrylic. You get a ton of this paint for just $9.99, and we probably got this on sale for half price. But this is actually primary yellow, and this is the Fine Touch. Then we've also got here Liquitex Basics, and this is Green Deep Permanent, which is wonderful green. This one is my only metallic that I allowed myself. This is metallic blue, and this is the Artist Loft colour. And then this one here is Artist Loft Violet. So that is my Pride flag colours. For any of you guys out there, this is not going to be a political post about Pride, but I do want to just let you guys know that Pride is all about bringing awareness, bringing love and dignity and respect to anyone in that LGBTQA plus community, of which clearly me and the show pony belong. That's all I'm going to say, but I do love these colours because they are bright and wonderful. Now, this is a 16 by 20 inch gallery wrapped canvas. I have actually taped it, and it's got my push pins in the back of this one too. All of these paints are all mixed with a couple of ounces of Liquitex Gloss Medium, and then we've got 3 ounces of paint and 5 ounces of Floetrol. So it's 2 ounces of Gloss Medium, 5 ounces of paint, and 2 ounces of Gloss Medium, 3 ounces of paint, 5 ounces of Gloss Medium. And it's got a really nice kind of consistency. It does slightly mound and then disappear. But this is what I really need for this marbling technique. It's got to have a little bit of body to it. If it's too runny, and if it were too thin, then you really wouldn't get the wonderful kind of layers that you need when you're doing a marble. Now, Jeremy, I just want to remind you that the people at home can hear you. So if you would rather answer questions by shouting out and saying things using your talkie hole, that is totally acceptable too. Did you hear me, Jeremy?
I sure did.
There you go. Please do not be mute. It is totally acceptable for you to be talking as I'm going through this. All right, peeps. So I'm going to think about how I'm going to do this on this 16 by 20. It's nice and tight. I sprayed the back of it with a little bit of water as well. I think I'm going to do 3 puddles. So that's exactly what I'm going to get to. So I think I saw Mixed Media Girl on the chat. Jeremy, am I right?
She is here, yes.
Marcy, my love, thank you so much for allowing us the chance to hijack your channel for a little bit. This is going to be a lot of fun for us.
We have people all the way from Sydney and Michigan and
Sydney, Australia?
yeah.
I can't really do an Australian accent, although I do have friends that live in Australia. The word Australia is the only thing I can say with an Australian accent. But for anyone in Australia, I absolutely love Kath and Kim. Now I know that that's like saying to an English person that they love like Monty Python, but Kath and Kim is one of my all-time favourite shows. All right, so I've got 3 puddles of white on this canvas, and now what I'm going to do now is puddle with my colours one on top of each other. So I'm going to start with this red. Let's create 3 puddles. And I've got these in paper cups just so that I could kind of allow myself the chance to make a little spout so that it would be a lot easier for pouring. Now let's get that wonderful orange on here. Ooh, I love this orange. It's so cool.
Hi from Sherwood, Oregon. Miss Catherine.
Miss Catherine, hello there, my love. Just as a quick note again, because I'll say this a million times, this is clearly not the wonderful Marcy or Johnny from Mixed Media Girl. This is Lee and Jeremy from Masse Art Studios, who have very kindly been given the opportunity to do Marcy's Wednesday Night Live. So we're coming at you live all the way from Texas.
Oh geez, we got BC, Canada and Massachusetts.
Massachusetts.
Yeah, Sherwood, Oregon. We got Northern California in the house.
Okay, so we used to live in Northern California.
We did.
Jeremy and I came from Oakland all the way to Texas, and then we've both lived separately in Los Angeles, California.
We got a question from Bud. So we're in Texas. We moved to Plano, Texas, which is just north of Dallas. We got Lake Jackson, Texas. We got Cibolo, Texas.
Saboba.
Kerrville, Texas.
Saboba's from Star Wars.
Hello from Central Texas. We got Colorado Springs in the house.
Yep.
Quitman, Texas. But there's a lot of Texans. We got Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. And
The Texans are representing tonight.
I know.
That's amazing.
Glendale, New York.
There's a Glendale in California.
There's a Glendale,
How
California.
crazy is that?
Yeah, it's in LA.
It is. All right, so peeps, what I've done is I've poured 3 puddles on my canvas. I've got all my colours on there. I'm going to torch this one off real quick. And for anyone that watches our channel, you know that we don't do things little, because everything's bigger in Texas. This was a gift from Mina Villegas Art when we moved in. Woo! Let's torch this bad boy off. Whoop, whoop. Jeremy, why do we torch?
We torch because there's all the bubbles that come up in the paint. And so whenever we torch, it pops the bubbles so that way that doesn't leave pock marks when it dries.
Absolutely. There is nothing worse than getting a really fantastic composition on your canvas and then drying and you get all these little like pinpricks. And you know, it's a pain in the ass. You can actually probably fix it with resin, but if you don't resin your paintings, then the easiest thing to do is just blowtorch them out. Now, what am I going to do? Jeremy, should I do metal marble that's a little heavier, or should I do the glass marble that's a little lighter?
You know me, I go big.
and go with my glass with his
Yeah,
little lighter.
absolutely.
I want to ask everyone at home, so there's 102 of you here that are watching, what do you think I should do? Now, these paints are slightly thicker than I would probably go with. Who said both? Tina. Tina. I mean, she's greedy like me. I don't like picking and choosing. But what do you think? Should I do metal marble or should I do the glass marble?
We have both marbles. We have the white one. We have both, the heavier one.
The heavier one. I think I got to go with the heavier one, even though it's the smaller of the two marbles. I'm going to go with the heavier one first. Listen, if it doesn't work, I'm just going to throw it off the canvas and just get the marble on there anyway, the glass one. So let's see what happens. I'm going to start within the white.
Okay.
Jeremy.
Sure.
Because I'm going to track it through my colours. And that's the plan, and let's see what happens. Now, if this, as I say, is too thick, then I'm going to switch the marbles, but let's give it a go and see what happens. So anyone that watches our channel, you know that this is a very prominent moment in Masse Art Studios.
Yes.
Because it is, in fact, tilting time. That is tilting time. So we now are going to tilt this canvas with this marble on it and see what happens. Okay. Well, I'm getting movement. I'm happy to say that the marble is, in fact, moving through the paints. Maybe not as quickly as one would hope, but
yeah,
it is.
I think the larger marble would.
It is still moving. No, I'm okay with this so far.
You're okay with it?
I think so.
Angie Mason says, those are some beautiful puddles, my friends. Tilting time.
Angie Mason is an absolute love of ours. Now, if you are a fan of new channels and you want to watch someone new other than watching the same old all the time, there's a lovely, lovely blue-eyed goddess called Angie Mason that has her own channel. So please go check her out, because she's doing some really wonderful art. Yes,
I have to clear something up real quick.
Please, clear it up.
So Angie Mason said, I'm confused.
Yes.
Is this a collab? This is actually not a collab, Angie. This is actually just Marcy asked us to do her Wednesday night live for her. So that way, you know.
Because she's traveling.
Because she's traveling. First time watching, love it, says Anna.
Thank you, Anna. Now, as you can...
You're too good to me.
As you can see, all I'm doing here now is just tracking this marble through the puddles of paint, creating a composition.
Yes.
And I'm really loving what's happening so far. Now, there's a moment where you can wreck these puddles too much. There's a stopping point where you got to think to yourself, like, have I done enough? Have I done too much? I don't know about you guys if any of you paint, but what I can tell you is I can never stop myself. There's never a point where there's too much.
So we got Angie's Art and Crafty Creations. She says, hey, I'm a goddess also, talking about, because we shouted out Angie.
Okay. I appreciate all the goddesses that are on the channel today.
Yes. Catherine says, what a wonderful team to take on Marcy's channel.
Thank you, Catherine.
And Anna says, where can I get heavy marbles?
That's a good question. This one actually is a magnet. It's actually, it was sent to us by a wonderful subscriber called Susan Shepperson with the intention of us, actually, and bear with me a second, just going to get that off there, with the intention of us using the actual magnet underneath the canvas to move the marble. It's just hard to do that when you're lifting up the canvas and tilting with it. Yeah. So I haven't actually gotten around to trying it yet with the magnet, but at some point we're definitely going to give it a go.
SJ Pouring Color says all bearings should work, right?
Yeah,
honestly, yeah.
You just need a little bit of weight. I think that Jeremy picked, or you guys picked, the right marble for me, because what I really need is something that's got a little bit of weight to it to track through the paint. But as you can see, it's wrecked my puddles really beautifully. I am now going to tilt this composition out. Now, I've got a fair amount of paint on this canvas. There's some sparse areas that don't have paint, but I'm not going to put a flow extender down because I've got more than enough paint on this canvas to help me tilt this one off. So, it is once again tilting time here. I'm going to tilt this bad boy and see what happens.
There's so many people that I'm seeing on the channel here. Joy B, Nate Bright's here.
Hey, Nate.
Linda Mayo. Oh my gosh, Joala. So many people here.
all the wonderful people that we know from our channel. We love it. Okay, so now all I'm doing is just stretching this bad boy out. I'm just seeing what parts of the composition I'm enjoying of this wonderful pride flag colour palette. And I'm taking parts of this off the corners.
Okay, so I got a question from Avis McCollin.
Do go for it.
And she said,
hey Avis.
Hi Avis. She said, how do you know how much paint to use for a canvas?
Okay, that's a really great question and an easy one to answer. There is a formula that we do use. Now, there is different formulas that you can use, but this is the one that works for us. So you take the length of the canvas and you multiply that by the height of the canvas. So in this instance, that would be 16 times by 20. So 16 multiplied by 20, and then you divide by 28. And what that will do is it'll give you a figure. That figure will give you an idea of how many ounces of paint you're going to need for your canvas. So that's length times height divided by 28. And that will give you a fairly close guesstimate of where you're going to need to be for your amount of paint for your canvas.
So we got a shout out to a new artist, Lamb Jasmine. Such a talented artist. She takes fluid art to a whole new direction.
Oh, well, fantastic.
Thanks, Catherine, for telling us that.
That's definitely one to look out for.
Liz says, hi guys, didn't know you were subbing for Marcy. Can't get enough spicy boys.
Yeah. Thank you for that. For anyone that watches our channel, Mina Villegas' husband nicknamed us the Spicy Boys because we're both Cancerians, and she did a piece of art called The Spicy Crab. And so we were then aptly named the Spicy Boys.
Yes.
Okay, one last thing I'm gonna do is just tilt off this edge. All my edges are all covered. I'm really happy with my composition. I'm loving how much blue that there is on this canvas. I'm just gonna take this back down to the corner, just stretch out those lines. Just roll over that edge. Perfect. Stretch out that yellow. Bring this one back down to the middle. I really love that cobalt blue in there.
Oh, that cobalt blue makes it.
Right? That's so pretty.
Terry says, first time watching you and loving it. Thank you.
Thank you, Terry. All right. I think I'm done, guys. I could fuss and futz and play with this one literally for hours, but all I'm going to do is I'm just going to be stretching the composition open if I were to do that, and I really like the way that it is right now. I've got some really wonderful definition in the puddles. I love how the marble creates like the wonderful lines. Just it's almost like ring pour. You've got the colours that run through each other, where the marbles tracked through the puddles. So I'm going to leave this one as it is. I'm going to torch this off one last time. Let's pop those bubbles.
I got a question real quick from Chris Hayward.
Hey, Chris.
Hi, guys. I just love this so bright and happy. I might have missed, but did you use Floetrol or glue?
So, my pouring medium today was 2 ounces of Liquitex gloss medium. And what that gloss medium does is, it means that once this piece dries, it will be super, super shiny. And if you add a little bit of gloss medium to your pour, it can sometimes mean that you don't have to then varnish the piece at the end. Plus, I love that the gloss medium actually makes your paint a little thicker, and I'm a big fan of thick paints. Thick and juicy is my goal. So this is 2 ounces of Liquitex gloss medium, 3 ounces of paint, and then 5 ounces of Floetrol. And that mix of those 6 colours is enough for me and the show pony to do 2 16 by 20 inch canvases. So there's no glue in this recipe at all. This is just Floetrol, Liquitex gloss medium, and paint. There's actually even no water in these mixes whatsoever. So if you can see me here, what I'm doing is just taking a craft stick to my edges. This is also really important, guys, because if you don't do this, those drips will pull the composition that you've just created, that wonderful composition, off your canvas, and it'll drag it down onto the whatever it is that you're sitting your canvas on to dry. So really important that you take that time just to get your corners, take the popsicle stick down the edges, and then I'm done. This one has been torched and it's been scraped within an inch of its life, sir. Are you ready for a pour?
I am ready for a pour.
What are you doing?
I am going to be doing what I call a paint grenade with a flip cup.
Okay. So what's a paint grenade?
A paint grenade is where I take a cup like this, I put a pin in it, which doesn't allow the paint to come out of it. Whenever you put the paint in here, I flip it onto my canvas and I pull the pin like a grenade. So I pull this pin out and it allows the suction to be released and it lets all the paint come out. It lets all the paint come out of the cup onto the canvas.
So it's a flip cup, right?
It is a flip cup.
But it is specifically you're using the paint grenade.
Yes.
As you flip, right?
Yes, right.
Okay. Now you're going to use exactly the same colours that I had.
Yes, absolutely.
Will you be using a white base in your cup?
I will be using a white base in my cup.
That is the plan.
Yes.
All right. Let me just grab you these colours. Now you're going to have to layer this one on the canvas so that the wonderful people at home can see us.
Okay.
But there's all your colours.
All right.
And the size of the canvas is?
Oh, this is a 16 by 20, right?
That's exactly right. Huh, I'm wondering why. Did you notice that the screen wasn't the right way?
Yeah, well, yes, I noticed that, but I thought that we couldn't get it the other way.
Oh, I didn't try actually. Okay, but
Yeah.
I'm sure that they probably could get it the other way. I didn't realise that it was in that way. Okay, so hey Angie, hey Amy's here, Crafty Chicken Mom's here.
Oh, yay.
Nick Bright's here. Joella. So you need to tell everyone at home what you're doing, sir.
Okay, so I'm putting a white base in here.
Why?
Because what I'm doing is, since I'm using such bright colors, I wanted to use a white base to lighten them up even more, give them more of a pastel-y kind of feel to it.
Okay, I like that.
Yes, but you have to pour into a base whenever you're doing a flip cup.
Right.
So I think I'm going to start out with this.
Well, do you have to pour into a base when you do a flip cup? Couldn't you just lay it on the
Well,
edges?
you can. I
Right.
just like it better pouring into a flip cup. So you got to take it up kind of high.
Why?
You pour from a higher height, so that way the paint that you're pouring into the cup actually pierces through the paint that's already in the cup, and it mixes.
Okay.
The higher you pour it, the more depth you're going to get.
You got it.
So that's why I'm getting it from a nice height. Let's do purple next.
Angie, all the colours are actually the same thickness. Every single colour that Jeremy's got here is mixed to exactly the same recipe. So, Linda says Jeremy is the bomb with his paint grenades. I see what you did there. I get it. Now, that canvas can take pretty much all of that cup, sir. So
Okay.
you can go for it with this one.
Okay. Then I am going to keep going.
Yeah. And Tina, you're exactly right. You definitely want to have your paints the same consistency. If they're not the same consistency, all that will happen is some will run on the canvas at different speeds, and then it will really affect your composition. So yeah, really important that all of those wonderful, wonderful colours are the same. So I'm sorry guys that you're seeing this in such a cockeyed view. I didn't realise that was the case. If we ever get the opportunity to do this again, we'll fix that for sure. I hope you guys can still see what's going on.
I think I might need a little bit more yellow.
And Angie, no, it's kind of really up to you. There was probably just a little bit of the white in the base of the cup, and he's probably poured more of the colours into it than there was white. And he could have poured more white in it too. With these kind of, like dirty pour flip cups, it really is just for you just to go for it.
Yes.
There's very little rules.
Yes. So I'm going to actually Do I want to pour into a? No.
It's up to you.
Yeah.
You've got a fair amount of paint in that little pot, sir.
Yeah.
So Jeremy's asking whether he should pour into a puddle, whether he should put flow extender down on his canvas, but it's totally your choice whether you do that.
I'm not going to.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, I'm not going to. But I am going to do my flip cup right here.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. All right. 1, 2. Oh, yes.
Well done.
Yes.
That was a 10 out of 10 on the old dismount there. That was fantastic. You could have ended up losing a lot of paint. Because that was a really full cup.
That was a really full cup. I was a little nervous with that.
Hang on a second. Let me just get you something, Jeremy. Here, you need this.
Yes.
You need that to wipe your brow.
Yes.
I see that you've got a sweat on there from that. Well done. 10 out of 10 on the dismount.
I did. I started sweating over that one.
Right.
All right. Now that I've let the cup sit for a good 60 seconds, which whenever you do a flip cup, you want to let it sit for like a minute or two, just so that way the paint can kind of like soak down to the bottom of the cup, to the canvas. And whenever I pull this grenade, this little pin out right here, you're gonna see it. With the paint that comes out, you're going to see the cup start to move around the canvas.
Okay, now before you do that, let me just say, everyone at home, so there's been a couple of questions. This is not a regular occurrence for us. We've been honoured to have been asked to actually take over Marcy's live just for the day because she's travelling and she couldn't take her paints with her. So it's super exciting for us to be given the opportunity to be here with you. If you haven't already, please go and download Marcy's album. It's amazing. We've listened to it a ton of times. It's actually in our playlist in our car and it's fantastic. And we're Masse Art Studios. You can see us right here. That is our handle, Masse Art Studios. If you want to come and follow us, then please do so. We are a lot of fun. And a bit stupid.
And a bit silly.
Yeah.
All right, I'm so ready to pull the pin out of this.
Do it. Ooh,
oh, here it comes. And I'm going to use tilting the canvas a little bit to let this paint come out of here.
And you're going to have all that wonderful white in the top. Ooh, look at that. So that was a little bit of a flip and lip paint grenade because I saw that you used the lip of the cup to help kind of create a really fun composition there.
I really did.
I really like that. Well done.
Thank you. All right. So we all know what time it is.
It's torching time.
It is torching time.
Yeah. That wasn't what you were hoping for. There you go. Thank you, sir.
You're welcome, sir. You're welcome, sir.
Jeremy has literally only just got used to handling that torch.
I know. It's really makes me really nervous using that torch.
I don't know why. It's so much fun. This is the one that Jeremy normally uses.
I like to use this.
Whatever. It's so tiny now in comparison. Put that little thing
I get nervous with that one setting the entire garage on fire.
Right.
Okay, so are we ready for tilting time?
Absolutely.
All right.
What time is it?
It is tilting time.
Let's do it. Well done.
All right.
Nate says that sounds like a jet engine. Now hang on a second. I'm gonna have to stop you.
I'm gonna put flow extender around it.
You're gonna need to.
Yeah.
Let me hang on a second now. Now, because you're gonna use that as a flow extender, you will need to now do something. Can you explain what you're doing?
Okay, so this paint was the same thickness as the paints that I used in my flip cup.
Right.
But now that I'm using it as a flow extender, I'm going to have to put some water in here to thin it up because we want it to be nice and thin so the paint just flows over it.
I'm going to do an episode on the channel very, very soon. And I'm going to do 2 ring pours on 2 and 11 by 14 inch canvases. And I'm going to put flow extender on one and not other just to show you exactly what we mean when we say that the flow extender stops the paint from rolling over each other. Because I think it's a really important thing to watch.
Yeah.
I've watched some fluid artists on their channels just go without a flow extender and then they just lose this really wonderful composition. And maybe that was intentional, but I really do strongly believe in a really good flow extender to help your paints flow. So the thickness that you're looking for here now is just It's just disappearing. It's not even going to
Yeah,
mount.
it's not mounting.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not mounting.
Go for it, sir.
Okay, so let's see here.
I have your favourite Oxo spatula.
Oh, yay.
Donna says that she remembers you catching your breath when I first used the torch. That's exactly right. He probably gasped. Jeremy clutched his pearls, I think, the first time that
I sure did.
His hands went up to his chest. He was like, oh my. Yeah, it was crazy. But I do love that thing. In fact, it was actually at Mina Villegas' house that we used it the first time.
Yeah.
Because we were down there at Christmas.
I was afraid they were going to catch their house on fire.
I know. That would not have been fun.
No.
And because this paint is not part of the composition and Jeremy's going to tilt it all off, just like Tina said, it is personal preference, but if you thin this flow extender down, it just means that that paint's going to go further. You know, we don't use quite so much of it. And our flow extenders are always our cheapest paints. It's either runoffs that we collect, it's pots of paint that we've got just lying around the studio that we'll just throw together in order to make a colour. Or we'll use Artist Loft Flow Acrylic out of those bottles, because that 1 quart bottle is like, you know, $12 or $13.
Yeah.
And once you've mixed it with Floetrol and mixed it with water, it goes a long, long way.
Okay, I'm ready.
Are you sure?
I am ready for this.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Is it that time now?
It is that time now.
Okay, then let's do this. It is tilting time.
Now it's tilting time.
Go for it. So eager.
I know. I think I'm going to go this way with
Such
it.
an eager show pony. That's it. Now, hopefully you'll be able to see here the composition is just sliding.
Yeah, it totally is.
Terry, this is Jeremy, aka the show pony. He is tilting this one as we speak.
How is it looking on camera?
You're right in the right spot.
Good.
Tina says that she just used straight Floetrol for a flow extender before. What a great idea. I never even thought of that. It's like, you know, $14 for that huge big gallon. That makes total sense. Thank you, Angie, for linking Masse Art Studios. Jane says that she nearly set her house on fire with a culinary torch. The kind of fluid had a leak. It was terrifying.
Oh my gosh.
That is terrifying. Guys, listen, we talk about that torch and we laugh and joke about it, but we're always very respectful of the flame.
Yes.
So, yes, it's not something that we play around with. I know someone that's going to love this.
Who's that?
It's going to be Laurie. It's going to be Sparkles. She does love a good red composition, and there's a lot of red in this piece. It's coming out really beautiful.
There is a lot of red in this piece.
You got some wonderful cells popping through there.
I know, right?
Yeah. Dawn says she loves that red. Sparkles is saying, "Wrecking King, where are you?" You know, he did wreck it with the lip of his cup. It was a flippin' lip, so there was a little bit of wreckage going on there.
A little bit. I'm gonna tilt this way up. We get some good movement going on through here.
You got it. But can I tell you, this wonderful, wonderful line
I
here is
know,
really
I'm
pretty.
loving that.
It almost looks like a rainbow because you've got almost all the colours in it.
I know. I'm trying to do my best not to let that go off.
Don't
edge.
let it go.
I know. I'm not.
Terry, you can find us just as Masse Art Studios. We've got a channel on YouTube, just like everyone else. So you can find us at Masse Art Studio. And yeah, you are getting some really, really great cells there.
Totally right.
I'm going to remind you very gently not to drip on this with your gloved fingers. Because I know you have a habit of putting your fingers.
What?
What? Me? Never.
I've never put my fingers or had a bead of sweat drop into my paint.
We are looking into AC for the garage for everyone at home because Jeremy's paintings have always got these little like splashes of his own sweat and his blood, sweat and tears literally
in
into
it.
all of his pores.
I like the white cells that are popping up.
You know, that was because you layered into that white, which
Yeah.
was really smart. I think it's really pretty. And you've got some really fun ombre coloured cells popping up
All
right
right,
here.
get your fingers out of it.
It's still, you still got movement there.
Oh yeah, it's a little slow, but there's movement.
Now, I know it's a little hard to see people's at home, but what he's trying to do is he's trying to, but no, it's okay, you're okay. He's just trying to get rid of the white paint down on this bottom corner.
Yeah.
Chris says it looks like the galaxy. It does, it definitely looks out of this world, that's for sure.
Okay. I just want to try to bring it back this way a little bit.
Tilt. What tilting's going to do with these wonderful cells is just it's either going to expose them or it's going to open them up, and it's going to look stunning. Dawn says that if you layer into another colour, should the cells be that colour? It's going to really depend.
Yeah.
There's a lot of science and chemistry when it comes to layering and pours, because it's the different densities of the paint that are going to interact with each other that will give you your cells on your composition.
Exactly.
Titanium white is just heavier than a lot of other paints. But yes, I mean, if you used gold, for example, in your base, you'd probably get a lot of gold cells.
Yeah.
But it's not always the case.
And we do love our gold here at Masse Art Studios.
Tell me an artist that doesn't love that 24 karat gold, for example.
It's so wonderful.
Now, would you like to torch this one again, sir?
Yes, please.
Spicy says that yellow is popping. I really do love that corner.
I do too. I'm loving this corner right here with the green,
yellow and the green,
and how it like goes from this like yellow green to this blue here. I'm loving the pops of blue.
I gotta say, I love this rainbow. I mean, you've used the pride flag colours. It's rainbow. It's a rainbow flag almost, and it's stunning. And
it's so pretty.
You kind of got Jupiter, I think.
Right? Little planets here and there.
I know.
You know, somebody earlier in the chat said it's using the chakra colors.
Oh.
Yeah. Huh. These are the chakra colors, that's actually.
Really
the same thing. Yeah.
Wow,
so
really
I thought that was really cool.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
So.
Are you done, sir?
I am done.
Are you going to get your edges with your popsicle stick?
I'm going to get my edges.
There you go.
And again, the reason why we do our edges is because if you don't get the edges, it will continue to pull the paint off of your canvas.
Exactly that. You got it?
Corners.
You got it? That's perfect. This one over here just needs a little getting to.
Okay.
Move that out of your way. You know, I got to tell you, I don't like painting on my own anymore. After Jeremy and I painted like 150 episodes together, it's just not fun if you don't have your studio hubby in the studio with you.
I know.
Look at this cup, guys. Can you see in there how cool that is? The cup's almost as fun as the canvas.
I was like, please don't drip on the painting.
I really do love those colours. And it's selling up even more as it's just
I know, it is. It's totally selling up so much more.
Right.
I mean, all through here, you got these blue cells coming up and these yellow ones. I love this. I think it's actually really cool.
You can take those gloves off if you like. I'm going to join you right here at the table,
sure.
if I may.
Yeah.
So, everyone at home, this is Lee, and then this is Jeremy over here. Guys, we've really enjoyed the opportunity to do this wonderful live for you here, hijacking Masse's channel. Thank you to all the moderators for helping us answer all the questions. It has been super cool. Normal programming will definitely resume next week. If you haven't already, please subscribe too onto Masse's channel, although there's 323,000 of you, so I can't imagine that you haven't already subscribed. Please go check out Masse's album. All the information is in all of the other episodes, and I know it's going to be here too. So thank you so much, and please go check out that album because she's got a wonderful voice. I mean, it's not just me saying it, she's wonderful. And if you would so like to, please come and follow us on our channel, Masse Art Studios. We post every Tuesday, every Friday, and every Sunday. I was going to say Saturday.
Sunday.
Tuesday, Friday, and Sunday.
Yes.
Our Tuesday and Friday premieres are always at 5 o'clock Pacific. And we sit and chat to you guys and talk to you in every premiere too. And then on Sunday, we normally will premiere with our pals, Mina Villegas, Sarah Mack, Cos Creations, Fiona Arts Live. We've got Gina DeLuca, sometimes Karen from Waterfall Acrylics, and we'll all premiere one after each other too.
Yeah.
So thank you, everyone.
Yes. Oh my God. Thank you so much.
It's been so much fun pouring live for you. We promise to do more of these on our own channel as well, now that we know that the internets are working nicely in the new house.
Exactly.
But let's let you get on with the rest of your evening. Thank you so much for indulging us.
I know.
And we'll see you hopefully on our channel on Friday for another wonderful pour.
Yes.
All right, guys.
Bye, guys.
Thank you so much. Have fun, everyone. Have a great evening.